Yo, what's up, man? It's been a long time since I've done like a video, so this is definitely gonna be a rough takeoff, but definitely trying to get back into like the groove or back into the flow that I was in before. But I don't know. It's probably been like 2 months since I uploaded like a video of me talking. It's probably been about 2 months, maybe a month and a half since I did like a live Bible study. A lot of stuff I did, like just kind of put to the side. Well, not even say to the side, but I did pause because um, this is a space in my life where not that I wasn't dedicated to God, but I don't think I would have been effectively. Well, I couldn't do what I was doing effectively with the time that I had because of what I was trying to manage and what I was trying to do. But one scripture I would definitely say I feel like I've definitely seen is, what does it profit the man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? That, sometimes we go through these things in our life where we're trying to climb a certain ladder, we're trying to get to this certain place, but all in all, we're still losing out. Like, we're losing our soul, and sometimes, like, not just our salvation or not just our connection with God, but even our connection with people, like our connection with our loved ones, our family, friends. If you're married, your spouse, you got kids, your kids, like we're chasing this thing and we lose out on everything else. So just really trying to get back to a place where, um, like I said, I never lost faith in God. Like, but I think in the way that I honored God and what I did, I definitely did lose. Teaching, I haven't done that in a while. The next Bible study on live will not be this Monday. Hold on. Let me just look at the actual date. I told you I was gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It says I've done like any type of video. So no, it won't be on the 13th, which is like depending on when you're watching this. The next one will be on the 27th, October 27th. It'll be the next live Bible study I do. We do it on Zoom. And it'll be live on YouTube. But you can be in the room on the Zoom. All those links, you'll start seeing the stuff posted. But nah, to be honest, like just really want to be in a place where I'm doing what God asked me to do and not what people ask me to do. Um, Even from work and other situations, I had to like personally walk away, not because of, and that's the thing. Every time, you walk away from something, people think that is bad or that, oh, well, did you pray about it? Did you do this? It's like, yes, I prayed about it. Being a husband, being a father, it's a lot of decisions I make that have way more to do with um, the position I put my family in than just me as a whole. Honestly, I've been in spaces where I tolerated a lot: work, church, um, friendships, relationships, and that's just me. Like I can take the whips, I can take the lashes, but when I'm thinking about leading my family, it's a certain position I can't put them in. It's a certain position I will not put them in. Kids are kids. Like, there's certain things they learn and they'll grow and develop. But one thing you don't want to do is raise your kid into dysfunction, right? I need to be in a place where I can come home. I don't want to be at work all day, and especially like the type of job where I wasn't doing the best, you know. So it was sales. I wasn't like the best salesman. I ain't going to be out here lying to people just to get them to buy something. So, I mean, it just wasn't something that was fitting for me. But at the same time, too, like just being in a space now where I can essentially just go to work, make my money, be home at a decent time. I don't work weekends, so I'm able to do stuff with my church, community. Still able to do music as well, too. I did just post like a music video, sold out. And then like part of that too, like not being, I was working like 6 days a week and wasn't really making any money. And then like my creativity died. Like my, I'm not gonna say my zeal for God died, but if anybody's ever experienced like where you feel like your oil lamp is running low, it was definitely one of those situations. And I hope I'm not boring y'all, but just saying like, um, definitely try to stay close to God. One of the scriptures I was reading, it was about David. And everybody always talk about David, but this particular this passage was talking about he came back in his camp, all his his wives, all his wives, his wife, his kids, everyone that was with him for his army, their wives and kids was gone. Their camp was just ransacked. But then David asked something that's really kind of crazy. He said, should I pursue them? God said to pursue them and you will win, right? But the whole sum of the story is that David was in a place where he was actually fleeing Saul. So sometimes in our life, we have to watch about how we're fleeing certain situations to get somewhere. Like, just because I need to leave a situation doesn't mean I run to another bad situation. What I mean when I say that, David left Saul, he ended up going to the, I'm going to cut this out. But David left Saul, he ended up going to the Goliath people. What is the people called? The Philistines. Gosh. See, I got to get back. Sorry. But yeah, David left fleeing from Saul. He ended up going to the Philistines, which is crazy because Philistines was the same people that was talking bad about his God. The Philistines was the same people that he came upon and had to chop Goliath's head off and all of that, right? But these are the people he flee to. The Philistine leader says like, oh man, like this dude, David is great. Like I want him here. He's better on our side because he won't kill us than him being over there and he ended up killing us, right? So David's over there with them. He finds favor in the guy's sight or whatever. You know, Saul kind of lays off him, whatever. But even in that, he's in a space where he's not supposed to be. So just because we're leaving situations that are bad, right? Just because we're leaving situations that are not right for us, just because we're fleeing persecution, quote unquote, right? Because that's a whole nother story about people being killed in Nigeria. And like, it's really people out here losing their life for Christ. And like in America, we complain about the smallest things, right? But we're fleeing certain situations that we need to make good decisions so we don't end up in another bad space. David left, David was fleeing Saul and ended up living with the Philistines, which is crazy. And then in the midst of him leaving there, he goes to war with the Philistines. They say it's not good for him to be on the battlefield with us because what if he turns on us and decides to kill us? Listen to the song that the people sung. David, they said, Saul slaying his thousands, David slaying his tens of thousands. So David is well capable of killing all of us, even with the group of like 500 men or 50, whatever men he had with him. So he's like, nah, just send him on. Let us fight this battle on our own. So man is okay, cool. I think they like go back to like Ziklag. They go back to Ziklag. Everything is gone. But mind you, if David was not trying to partner with the Philistines, he would have found himself in a space where maybe this would have not have happened. So, you know, you can't really predict what happens in our life. All we have to do is just trust in God, lean out to our own understanding, and all his ways. He'll acknowledge him in all our ways, and he'll direct our paths. Right? God's gonna let us know what we need to do. So even if we're fleeing situations, God, I'm here. I'm in this space I don't need to be in. It's not, well, I don't want to be here. I'm going to go do this. It's, I don't want to be here, God. Direct my footsteps on what I need to do. Like, just because you're leaving somewhere doesn't mean you need to go do something else. Sometimes you need to be in a space of rest. Sometimes you need to be poured back into, not just jumping back on another thing to lead to, play, to do certain things. Sometimes we need to just take a step back, evaluate our life, make sure that we're putting God first. And that's the thing too, like we try to manage our life in a way where we say, oh man, I want to prioritize God, right? And it sounds good. But in reality, when we think about prioritizing God, we're putting him on a list where it's just like, God is not on a list. I can't be in, this sounds crazy, but just hear me out. When we prioritize God, it's like we're taking him from number 3 and putting him at number 1. Whereas it's like, God is everything. So we can't even put him on a list in comparison to say, well, I'm going to put God first. No, God is just everything. So I can't, like my life has to revolve around him. And I'm thinking about how like in the New Testament and the Old Testament, you see how like they go to the temple to pray daily, like their dedication. And it is ritualistic, but just saying like, their dedication to God was, we're going to go read the temple. We're going to go to the church, in a sense, every day to read the scrolls. We're going to pray at the church every day. Like, we don't live our life that way. So, like, of course, you know, people are like, oh, we the church, cool. At the same time, how much are we praying a day? How much are we going to read the scriptures a day? And it's not I'm not holier than thou. I'm not being like I'm the one to do it the most. I'm just saying, like, even myself, like, God is how we live our life. Like, we live our life in a way to please God. So it's not saying, oh, I need to go to church more. No, I just need to make sure, like, and I said this in like a podcast I started. It was, if we're going to, if I work nights, right, I might not pray in the morning because I'm just getting off at 6:30 in the morning. My prayer time might be before I go to work. My devotional time might be then, where it might look different for somebody else. So it's not about it being a certain way. It's about you connecting with God. If we do certain things where it takes us out of our devotion to God, then we have to reevaluate how we're doing things. So it might sound weird, but just not putting him on the list and just, oh, well, God and then church and then family, or God, my family, then church, or whatever. Like, no, God is how I live my life. Like, even going to church, like, I'm not going to just be at a church just to be there. If God is not here, I don't need to be here. Like, I'm a musician. I get called, or like I get, quote unquote jobs to play and do certain things or whatever. But at the same time, I'm not about to just be anywhere just to be anywhere. Not about to just go to a church just to play. Like, every space is not a good space. And sometimes, like, even with our regular jobs, certain spaces can really be demonic, just to be 100 with you guys. Like, certain spaces, and I'm like at 11 minutes. Man, it's been a minute. But yeah, like, certain spaces just be like demonic. Like, honestly, like, you're in these spaces, and of course we're called to be the light. So it's not to say just because the space is demonic that you run from it. It's just finding a way to be the light, finding a way to be the how can I say it? Like, be the Christian that's needed. A lot of times we think that just because we're in a space and people aren't saved, that we're going, oh, I'm gonna go preach to these people. I'm gonna just go shove Christ down the ears or whatever. Like, no, like, sometimes it's just living a life in front of these people. Like, sometimes it's just standing on what God has convicted you on. Like, I'm not going to go to a space and just because I'm trying to fit in, I'm going to remix how I do everything. Like, I don't listen to secular music. And honestly, it's not even because of so much, because of God. Like, it really has more to do with nothing that they talk about aligns with my life. Like, I'm married. I don't want to hear about having sex with a whole bunch of women. Like, I have kids. Specifically, I have 2 girls, so I don't want to hear nothing about degrading women. Like, I don't do drugs. Like, it is not to say like I'm holy or nothing like that. It's just saying, like, those things align with being a Christian as well. Like, even with my faith, like, nothing they talk about aligns with what I got going on. Yeah, the beats be cool, but like, bro, like, sis, like, it don't match what we got going on. So why even entertain it, right? So it's just like, when you're in certain spaces, don't try to like remix what you got going on, what you've been building with God, just so you can fit in. No, it's like, well, when these certain conversations come up, hey, what you think, bro? What you think, girl? Like, nah, this is what I really believe. Like, and I'm a firm believer, like, if people ask me a question, I'm going to get an answer. I'm not just going out here to starting conversations about certain topics, especially if I already know how someone is. A lot of times, if you just be in fellowship with somebody or just be in community with people, they'll begin to tell you certain things. It's not like you want to be in a business, but you just have actual conversations to be real people. And that will allow you to, 1, minister, and then 2, like, actually show people what the gospel is and show people what it is to be like a Christian. But this video is already long. Our hearts, didn't they burn? Our time has been well spent. But look, definitely trying to get back to it, excuse me. I ain't posted nothing on TikTok. I ain't posted nothing on Facebook. I ain't posted nothing on Instagram, YouTube. So, the same way I was before, just letting God lead me on to what to post, and all of that. Just, continue to watch the channel. If you did watch the whole video, it takes you like 3 seconds just to drop a comment and say, hey, drop something in the comment section. Whatever it is you feel led to do. Hashtag pray. I don't know. Drop something in the comment section if you watch the whole video. Mainly just to support the channel. I mean, the channel has been growing, so I appreciate all the new people that come. Just pray that God continue to lead me in the steps that He wants me to go. Really, just in a space where I just want to, where I have taken a step back, but now I'm in a space where I do want to go forward in what I know God has asked me to do. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Appreciate it. Thank you. Love y'all.